Have another beer, buddy.
Chatty chat chat chat. I think that they probably said that being shorter is advantageous.
Well, they need to teach me then. There you go. So we had to poke a little fun at him. Call you Ginger Swag.
Yeah. If you weren't bowlers, what would you have liked to have done instead? Anything else. Literally anything else.
That's a great answer.
The horse is so dead that it's on some kid's school project on a landfill already.
And there you have it. No. We'll talk about that one more.
Terrible idea.
What up?
What up, what up, what up?
Yeah. What's up, everybody in the chat? So far, it's already commented in here. Yo. What are you guys drinking today? I am starting with Early Times whiskey. It's my favorite cheap sipper. So,
What are you doing, Puggles?
we are from the Topeka, Kansas area, and we're here hunkering down tonight because we got some nasty weather coming our way. So don't be shocked if you hear some thunderclaps in the background here within the hour. Talking about some naders and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, buddy.
How you doing, buddy?
Kelly, Billy, what's going on, everybody? What's up, guys? Finally a night. What's up, guys? Finally a night. I'm not bowling or working. I can watch it live. Sweet. Thanks for joining. We intentionally skipped last week. We usually have a show last week. We had to get ready for Tulsa, and Luke was doing some other things to help out with a buddy of ours. So we decided to not do a show because there wasn't a damn thing to talk about.
Yeah. Not much more to talk about tonight, but
No,
significantly more than last week.
Yeah, significantly more. Yes. When are we going to get a PBA schedule? That's a fantastic question. We've talked about this before. Kind of figured it would be out by now, but it is not. I've heard some rumors on where they're going to start the season, but is that a non-alcoholic one?
No, this is a oaked vanilla porter from Sam Adams. Angel bought me the winter pack or whatever that's got the winter lager and the whatever else, and this one's really good.
Sweet. Nice and dark. Yeah, I've heard some rumblings about where the tour is going to start, and it doesn't make sense. Zach was talking about it over the weekend. I can't remember what the area was.
It said Delaware.
But it was like Delaware, where they have to travel, and then it's like not convenient for anybody to get to.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got to keep in mind that a lot of the tour players on both tours are driving to this stuff.
Yeah.
And driving to frickin' Delaware for anybody is weird.
Awful. Sorry if you're from Delaware. We mean no offense.
Buck sauce.
I forgot you're solo tonight, aren't you?
Yep. Angels Bowling League. She's actually going to be subbing for Zach Rhodes for the next couple weeks. I guess Wedgie's out for a couple weeks.
What happened to him?
I don't know. He might just be gone. Or maybe they have college tournaments or something. I don't know.
Didn't know if he got hurt or something.
Mm-hmm.
So she's bowling Thursday nights for a while?
Probably not. No, she's going to bowl the next couple weeks for Wedgie. So
I will not be there tomorrow night. Since it's Halloween, I'm going to be a good father and go do kid stuff. So
yeah, Ryan Klaus is going to be off tomorrow night too. So
yeah, I mean, she wouldn't have been mad at me if I'd have went because I missed those couple weeks where I was sick. But that's the only reason why. If I wouldn't have missed those 2 weeks, I wouldn't even thought about it. But no, I'm gonna be a good dad and stay home. Stay home. But anyways, yeah, we don't know much on the PBA schedule other than January 25th in Delaware, which, like we both said, is an awful location to start the season. I'm curious to see where they go from there. Hopefully, they'll keep them at least somewhere close to Delaware, so they don't have to travel halfway across the country to get to stop number 2. Once we get a schedule out too, maybe we can see if we can get Zach back on here and maybe Packy or something and talk about the schedule like they did last year.
Yeah, I'm not too bummed about it because last year it started in Wichita and we couldn't go because the kids are going to be here, but they're going to be here from the 10th through the 25th. So I should be able to get down to, if they have a tour stop in Wichita this year, I should be able to make it down there. So that's going to be, I'm going to put that on the radar.
Yeah, it was. We were already down there for gymnastics, so we were able to go see the players. So I was able to go see Zach and hang out at the players for a little bit. We really only stayed for round robin match play, and then obviously we had to get to gymnastics, so we didn't get to watch a ton, but still getting to watch them in match play in a major championship was pretty cool. So
yeah, I'll try to if they're going to be in Wichita, I'll be there for a couple days. I think.
Oh yeah, sweet.
I have to save some time too because the PWBA is going to be in Lincoln and Omaha this year. I think. What are you talking about, Buck?
Have you ever been to Sun Valley? By the way, that place is really nice.
No, I haven't.
It is a fantastic center. It's really, really nice. They've had they've had at least one men's U.S. Open there. I believe they've had a women's U.S. Open there, but not 100% sure. Don't lie, Hawes. You're going to trick or treat and get candy. No. This would be my Halloween costume if I was. I swear. Not even sure what time I'm going to get home because my department's doing a trunk or treating for our daycare at our work. So I'm hopefully get home in time to help Amanda get it ready. Yep, same here. Wife maybe take off kids, go bowling. Scary with the kids. Yeah, get it.
Yeah. Of note here, yeah. I'm looking at the PWBA schedule, but Chloe Herman won the Northern Colorado Regional over the weekend, I think. And she is the girlfriend. I can't remember if it's Mason or Morgan Moore. I think it's Mason.
I think it's Mason, yeah.
But yeah, she bowled nationals with us in 2021, I think, because we had Morgan and Mason, and then we had a couple people that couldn't make it. And so she ended up subbing, and Angel ended up subbing. So
she does it pretty good, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's really good. Let's see. All right, the PWBA schedule. They got the first week of May in Topeka, and then Vegas, Cleveland, Waterloo. The U.S. Women's U.S. Open is June 10th through the 17th at Sun Valley in Lincoln. So,
telling you, Sun Valley is amazing. That center's really nice.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna be in Springfield the week before that, but I definitely want to go up for a little bit of the Women's Open. I'll be up in the area for the Tonsu in week and a half.
Tomsu's a week and a half, yeah. You're bowling the Tomsu?
Yeah, I'm bowling with Josh Franz and
yeah. I remember you telling me about this.
Brian Strickland, and then Phil Cosper.
Oh, that's a solid group.
Yeah, he's the lefty that goes with us to.
Yeah, I know Phil real well. Mm-hmm. Brian Strickland is also a good friend of mine. He owns Summit Lanes. Him and I used to bowl a lot of adult youth stuff together.
So it'll be a solid little group there.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Are you bowling team event and singles, or are you just bowling?
I'm just going to bowl team.
You're not going to bowl the actual tournament itself?
No, I'm going to stick around. I'm going to stick around and watch, but I mean, Trevor and Dylan and Packy and
Wilkins, I think, is going to be there.
Wilkins and Gromlevitz, and until I'm an old guy. Now I'm going to be an old guy in a couple of years, and so I'll probably bowl it then, but I'll probably bowl everything then. But for now, it's just going to be team.
Yeah, I get it. Well, sweet. That's not a very far drive, so might as well go up there and have some fun.
Nah, it's a couple hours, and we got a friend, Tim Klepper, one of the Discord guys, is up there, and might have to send Brian Shannon something too because he's up in that general area. He might even be bowling. I don't know.
I think he's Omaha. Yeah.
Yeah, but Omaha. It's close enough either way. So, hi, Buck.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Talking about Buck. Woof.
Woof, woof.
You said woof? I said woof.
What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about GTO or you want to talk about the Strike Derby?
I don't know. I think they're equally as boring.
I'll give my thoughts on the Strike Derby. I don't watch them anymore, period. I think the made-for-TV content is just awful, and you could say, well, it is still bowling, but it's not. I mean,
it's not.
It's not. It's terrible. I mean, I think it'd be fun to participate in one time.
Yeah.
Like as a player. But it's terrible. I don't know how anybody can get into it. Really, I
Well,
don't get it.
I mean, it's bowling, but at the same time, it's not the season, and they keep having this stuff just kind of randomly. They'll have like one thing. They'll like
Yep.
2 months after the season, they'll randomly have one thing, like the PBA, the league, the LBC championship thing. They'll have that, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then they waited a couple more months, and then they just randomly have something in the middle of October for absolutely no reason. And I mean, I get that they're trying to put something out there, but it's not my thing.
No, it's not my thing. The same thing with those clashes. Clashes were more of bowling than the strike derbies are. The strike derby is just I don't know. I thought it was cool the first time they did it because we'd never seen anything like it, and then they just keep doing it, and it's like, okay, this is totally saturated. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I think the problem was that they did so much of that stuff during COVID, where they had the same 8 people on TV like 5 or 6 times, and it's kind of like, okay, this is. I know that you're trying to put something out there, but this isn't it.
Yeah, I could see it being for kids. I could see that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's definitely not must-see TV, I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Because it was on Sunday, right? Especially with the NFL on. Nobody's going to watch it. I mean, mine is automatically set to record anything bowling that comes on. My DVR is. So naturally, I'm going to have it there anyways. And I still have chosen not to watch it. So, but if you've watched it and you enjoyed it, good for you. Nothing wrong with that. Some people like that kind of thing. I believe Jesper won, though, right?
Yes, he did.
What's bad, though, it was recorded back during the league, so they've been sitting on that for a while.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And I get it. You're sitting there waiting for it, but the Fox throwing that up against the National Football League just doesn't make a lot of sense. But, I mean, I guess you've got to show something during that, I guess, so you might as well show bowling. But
yeah, all right.
Whatever. Tulsa was this past weekend. We always enjoy going to Tulsa. Tulsa's always a lot of fun. There's always a lot of cool breweries. For those that have never been there, we may have some down here that are in here that live in Tulsa. I know we have one guy that's an average watcher of our show. That's from Tulsa area, and I ran into him this past weekend. I don't know if you got to see him or not.
I don't think so. Somebody did say hi to me. I'm not sure if it's that person, but I did have a couple people say hi.
I think it is, but I don't know who it was that said hi to you. So he talked to me. I went back to the back in between second team set or team set and throwing something away and ran into him up there. So, but it's always cool to run into people. Singles and doubles suck for me. I think I threw a Jackal Ghost pretty much all weekend, which seems to be something I naturally throw down there a lot. My Greater Tulsa Open Ghost cracked, so it's a rest in peace to it. But they definitely had some volume this year. At least the right side felt extremely tighter than what it was previous years before. I don't know what you saw. They definitely felt more cliffed on singles and doubles than what they did on team.
Yeah.
We thought maybe it was just our pair because we bowled Friday night in the sweeper. I bowled okay Friday night in the sweeper for a couple of games, and then I kind of just fell off. I think pair to pair in that place really comes into play. I'm not real familiar with it. I bowled nationals. I bowled the GTO there every year for the past however many years, and it's just always seemed to be that way. That pair to pair is just a different animal. You get a good pair, and you're going to score a lot, or you get a bad pair, and you're just going to have a rough day. So, naturally, we were able to put a team in the top 5 though on Sunday. So that was a plus. One of our teams in our group took the lead with a massive number. For a 4-man team, it was a team of Trevor Bumgarner, Dylan Burns, Zach Wilkins, and Johnny Clark for a nice little 2086. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah.
And we were still like 200 off from them. 86. Yeah. We were like 200 off from them, and we were sitting in 5th after that.
Yeah.
So that was unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable. When they told me what they shot, I thought they were joking.
Yeah. I mean, 3,000 for that's basically $750 a man. So they almost, I mean, they averaged almost 250 a person for 3 games.
Insane.
So especially on that, because the problem in the events has generally been that, if you're in the sweeper and you change pairs every game, it's kind of okay. But when you're bowling against your own transition, and it felt like there was more oil, but it was just all in the middle, and so the gutters were hooking if you started it out there quick, but if you got it there late, it kind of wiggled, and you kind of had to play this little shim type of thing. But the problem was, once you started burning the track and you had to get inside, then you've just got a massive flood of oil in the middle. And it's just angle issues. And so I don't know how those guys kept it together for 3 solid games because I had by myself on the left side, I had transition. I moved an arrow in doubles and singles. And last year I didn't have to move until like halfway through game 5. And then it was just like a board or 2 in to find a little bit more head oil.
Johnny, for example, he played further right than I've seen him play consistently in a long time. And he had a rough set in doubles. But outside of that, he didn't shoot anything under 740 or 750, something like that. All he did was take a phase 2 and just jammed it with some surface, and he didn't move.
Yeah.
He didn't move at all. I don't think he moved outside of doubles. I don't think he moved all weekend. And
I think that's the best play. That's the best thing to do, is just kind of put it straight up 10.
Yeah.
And there was hold in the middle, but the ball had actually finished too.
Yeah.
It wasn't, if you got the ball going away from the pocket, then it was a little later flat. But if you kept it tight and you threw a good shot, even if you did kind of do a rocket to the pocket, it would pick up and finish.
I wrap 10 a lot on, especially in doubles and singles, on shots that I definitely missed up the lane because it just hits the puddle and it just hydroplanes. I did a lot, but I added a little bit of surface on Sunday. Team event, like I said, I don't know if it was just our pair and what you guys bowled on, because you were a few pairs away from us on doubles and singles. Yeah. But our pair hooked a lot more for singles and doubles than what it did for team.
Yeah, I didn't have it a whole lot different. I basically did the same things. Once it took me a minute to figure it out in the sweeper, because it was nothing like last year.
No, none at all. No.
What the weird thing is, in previous years, we've gotten in and we've just hooked it, because it's like, can't get the ball down the lane, can't get the ball down the lane, can't get the ball down the lane. Well, then last year I just ended up putting it straight up 5. And straight up 5 was not a thing this year. Yuri had trouble putting it straight up 5 because it was just hooking right off his hand. And so we didn't have all the volume again was just right in the middle. And so everything had to be like an arrow inside of wherever you played last year. And I didn't have a whole lot of difference between the sweeper, doubles and singles, team, whatever else. It was either a little wetter or a little drier, but the shot felt the same. And basically what I was doing was the same once I found it in doubles and singles. And I think, and again, the pair-to-pair thing, I think everybody had a bad set. Trevor even, he went 230, 300, 230, 300 in the sweeper.
Insane.
And then he shot 7 something in singles, and then 580 in doubles. Or I don't remember what he shot in singles, because you guys were down on the other end of the group from us. But I know he shot 580 something in doubles, because it was.
We were all weekend. He was to the left of us, but I don't think he put anything big up for either.
Yeah.
For doubles or singles.
Yeah, he didn't
obviously
have anything.
Team he did. But.
Yeah, and then team, in the first team he shot 790, in the second team he had a 279 triplicate.
For the second one in 3 weeks, by the way. That's impressive. He and what's bad is, so both times he's done it, he's bowled against his dad, and they're both in the anchor spot against each other. And so they bowled each other last night, and Paul's like, "Are you going to do this to me again? Like, are we really going to do this again?
Mm-hmm.
Where you shoot 279 on me triplicate?" And I said, "You must be talking bad about his mother."
Yeah.
But what that kid did this weekend was nothing short of fun to watch. Like, that's just insane.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. When I saw what he had Friday night in the sweeper, I told Dylan and Johnny, I was like, this kid's going to be really hard to beat this weekend. Like, the ball just sat up and stopped.
Yeah,
I
it was completely different for him too. And we had talked. He had wanted to come over and drill some stuff because again, he's like, I don't have a whole lot of weaker stuff, and so he wanted to drill something that was a little bit on the weaker side because of the past. Like last year, he struggled quite a bit because it was just not any fun. Now this year, the volume in the middle, he just kind of gave it a little belly, did a little he wasn't very deep. It was
No, he was playing pretty straight.
13 to 8 or something like that.
Just giving it the heater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Just kind of gave it the high hard one.
And you weren't kidding, by the way, about playing up 5 was not an option. It would hook instantly.
Yeah, that really threw me for a loop because we added some more oil this year, but it just felt completely different. And
yeah,
so
I agree.
It took me 3 solid games in the sweeper to figure out what I was going to do for the weekend. And actually, it was kind of funny. I brought a lot of I drilled a hyped hybrid. I took my Tour Dynamics from last year that looked really good, and so I made sure to take a bunch of weak stuff because I thought I was just going to hook off the planet, and so I just want something weak to kind of point off the ditch, and that just did not work at all. And so the 2 balls that I threw in, I threw the No Doubt and the Criterion in. It's like, okay, this is a if nothing else works bag, and I ended up throwing the No Doubt for everything the entire weekend.
Once again, as a reminder, if it's starting to dump here, so if something happens with my power flickers or something, I'll jump back in. So we are once again, we're getting some bad weather here. So if I promise I'll come back when I can if something happens.
Yeah, so far we're just getting some rain. I hear some rain out there, and I've got the radar up. But
I just got a severe thunderstorm warning for our area, but we're in a tornado watch until 10 p.m. So
yeah, I don't think it's gonna. It doesn't really look like it's gonna do anything. It's gonna rain a lot. So
okay,
but I don't.
Those tornadoes, they don't stress me out. They just bother me. They just add some more stress to my level of because I have to deal with other things at work when we have those. So just I got to call and make sure that sirens are going off like they're supposed to inside the building. They're tested and ran all the time. They've gone off this year multiple times, but just the little things. We have a daycare facility and things like that, but it's this late at night. Obviously, the daycare is not there, but yeah. But yeah, GTO is really weird. Do we have other people here in the chat that have been to Tulsa this year or going to Tulsa? We're more than happy to offer some tips or suggestions on anything. It is, once again, it's a fun tournament. It's a fun city. I have always liked going to Tulsa. Luke and I really like going to Tulsa. We found a killer Mexican restaurant down there 2 years ago. I mean, you liked it so much you ate it there twice last year. And then we had it Friday night before the sweeper, and my goodness, it's still Los Cabos is still really, really good. And then did you like the pizza place we went to, Hideaway Pizza?
Oh, yeah, that was amazing.
What did you end up getting?
I got the pepperoni palooza, so it's just regular pepperoni and giant pepperoni, and then the cupped pepperoni, and then I got the hot honey to go with it.
Oh, was it how hot was the honey?
It's mildly spicy.
Okay.
It's not super hot, but yeah, it's a little bit of zing, a little bit of sweet, and so we had that on when we went to Vegas a couple years ago. Andrew in the Discord, he worked at a bar that did Detroit style pizza.
Oh,
and we got a couple pizzas, and he got out the hot honey. He's like, "You guys trust me? Just do this." And I'm like, "Honey on pizza, okay." But yeah, it was ridiculous. It doesn't even make any sense, but it's great, and they had it, and so yeah, I was all about that.
I've seen crazier things. Tanner 683, 543, and 697 for me last weekend. Forgot I had a boulder in singles. Good seeing you all though.
Yeah.
Down in Tulsa. Josh King going next weekend. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. He stopped by and watched for a little bit.
So. Oh, maybe I didn't see him. We were probably far enough away that I didn't see him. So
yeah, because we were on the other end of the world, and it's funny enough. We ended up bowling with Garrett Ward, the big dude that subbed for us the last couple of years. he ended up bowling with a different team, but ended up on our pair. So,
of course, Richard is the one I was thinking of earlier that I ran into. I hope I said that Richard Santine. I hope I said his name right. Josh King going to it next weekend with a couple of the other guys. How to play tight up there. Can't play up 5. It hooks instantly, but just overall, there's a puddle. So
yeah, it's
scores are there though. Scoring's there.
Yeah, keep it in front of you. Don't try to bounce it off the 5 board or something. If you try to create angle there, the best looks for everybody was giving it a little fade and just kind of letting it walk through the middle and then tip at the end. But if you get it outside of 10, it's not going to go well. It's just you're going to have all kinds of issues trying to get the ball to see the lane front to back in the right spot. So you can really play as deep or as straight as you want to. You just got to keep it in front of you. One of those things.
Yeah. I mean, you could play. I guess if you've got enough ball speed and you can really yam on it at the bottom and throw it hard, you can probably play up 5. But you're just going to have to throw it hard. It hooks so quick. Like, I watched it just a couple times in practice Friday night. I lay it up 5 just to see where I have there. I thought maybe the first one was like, oh, maybe I just did something weird with my hand or something. No, it like hooked instantly, and then once it's got to the puddle, it just stopped. So it was like,
yeah.
And I was like, okay, we're not going to play there. We're going to jump in a little bit, and luckily I had a little bit of a look, so that was a plus. I'm still kicking myself that doubles and singles. I start out doubles shooting 240 out of the gate in doubles, and I'm like, all right, I got something. I made a couple bad shots game 2 of doubles. I'm sorry, singles was first. Singles.
Yeah.
A couple bad shots of singles, and I'm like, okay, I got to get out of this. I'm not seeing what I was seeing. Instead of doing what I did Sunday, then I literally should have stayed in the same ball and just slowly jumped in. That's all I should have done. And I didn't do that, and I paid for it. My overall events paid for it, but it's okay. I still had fun. Happily, we still going to make a check, hopefully a decent check. So that's good.
Yeah, I got my scores got better throughout the weekend. I threw it really well the whole weekend. I told you the other night you're throwing it really good right now. Yeah. I didn't score very well in singles, but then Yuri carried me a little bit in doubles. I shot 660 something. He shot 7-0, and so we're right. And he got 9 sticks, and so I think we're at like 1375. So that's right there on the line of cashing, where we might get something, we may not get something. Hopefully it'll sneak in. But I shot 580 in singles, and I was going to look at this like I don't even know how
that's
that
updated too.
Yeah, I don't even know how exactly that happened. Whoops.
Tanner, yep, I played in the Soup all 9 games. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to. If you can jump in and jump in at the right time and slowly chase it, there's score there. Like, you're going to score.
Yeah, let's see. 5-9.
A lot of 10 pins. Sorry,
game, go ahead. 4-9 counts. The second game, I had a 5-6. That was kind of interesting because we had one of our racks was bad. And
was that double singles?
Yeah, that was double singles, and it ended up going better the last couple of games, but still, it just 9 count city all over the place, and I shot 680 in team. Nothing super special, but and even I had to shoot 250 for that the last game too. So it just
What did you guys end up shooting team number wise total?
Oh, nothing much. 2650. It's just I think. It's just not going to be anywhere close to
2650. Yeah.
Yeah, I was high on the team with 680. So
I think we ended up with 2799 is what we ended up with.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
what's a solid number?
And who did you bowl with? Did you bowl with Zach?
Yeah, it was Wilkins, myself, Johnny Clark, and Jerry Gentry.
Oh, okay.
Jerry went through. On the fresh, everything looked really good for him. He bowled really good in doubles and singles. But he transition got him a little bit, and he was starting to ring 10. And so once he started to ring 10, it's like he started getting a little frustrated. We're like, dude, just settle in. We can put a number up here. Just settle down here. And he finally locked in and was okay. But he only shot 636 or something like that. So That one hurt a little bit, but hey, he still hung in there. I was proud of him. So it's always fun in team events when you can put any, even if you don't lead, to put a number up and be able to have fun, and the power fives with your team, kind of like college bowling.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird that we didn't, because Luke and I usually always bowl together down there. It's kind of weird. Trevor, I don't know what happened, but because I figured you and I were bowling doubles.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I ended up doubling with Yuri, which was fine.
And I was with Jerry. So
yeah, couldn't be worse than any hard pattern transition in college. You would like to think that. But James said it's like James, this was his first kind of like almost full season. He bowled most of the stops this year for the PBA regional tour, Southwest region, but he's like, I bowling a regional was easier than this because it's just tougher shots tend to get easier if you break them down right, and house shots they start off okay and then they just devolve into a hellscape. And
they certainly can. Yeah,
great.
Still fun. He may not have had fun.
What you think when you get back, though?
Yeah, he may not have had fun, but it's still fun down there. I personally wouldn't mind going. And I don't know if you've seen this, but I think it was like this last year. But I think you can, as long as it's a different combination of team, you can bowl as many team events as you want, and singles and doubles. Yeah. I'm really tempted next year to go down there multiple times.
Yeah,
I'm really thinking about it.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun to do.
Yeah, I mean, go when we go, and then go again maybe in December, something like that. Or not, it doesn't have to be December, but I think that's because I think the tournament's last weekend, like December 13th and 14th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't mind too, personally. I think it'd be fun to go down there twice, because especially if you go down there and bowl multiple team events both times, and then, or you don't have to bowl multiple team events. You can bowl multiple singles and doubles, and boom, you're down there. You're getting a lot of bowling in. So I don't know.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have to talk me into going back to the Mexican restaurant, because that place is amazing. And then the Cabin Boys Brew Pub was good, but I was kind of disappointed that that whole thing didn't work out, because I thought, well, we're going to get done bowling and we'll go over there, and they just nothing happened, and then we ended up eating at the other location downtown, and there was nobody there, and there was one TV on, and they didn't have any sound, and it's just kind of like, oh, okay, we could have just stayed and watched everybody else bowl or something. Now it was good, and then the pizza afterward was great. Next year we won't have to worry about it, because we're going to bowl two teams, then we'll go eat pizza. And we'll all be fine.
Yeah, we could have picked another brewery too if we needed to, but I thought the fish and chips that I had was really good.
Oh yeah, it was great. And if we would have had a little bit more time, I'd have gotten more than the Brussels sprouts. But the Brussels was ridiculous, and then the pizza was really good. And then, like I said, we did team on Sunday, and so we actually got to Kilkenny's before brunch was over, and so we got that, and that was, oh my God, it was so good. I got an Irish coffee, and that's the best Irish coffee I've ever had. And then I got an omelet that had shrimp, lobster, and crab in it. And it wasn't imitation.
Oh,
crab, God. Real crab.
Amanda would be pissed.
Yeah, it had Swiss and hollandaise sauce on it, and then it came with country potatoes, and I got some biscuits and gravy with it. And man,
dude, it is dumping its butt off right now, right here.
Any news on Andy B's and GTO future? We talked to Garrett, and because we'd heard some stories that team was going to go back to Andy B's next year. They just didn't go there this year because of the construction. And they took out, what we had thought is that they were going to take out 8 lanes for axe throwing. They took out 12.
Yeah.
So they had 32 lanes. They took out 12. So there's only 20 lanes left outside. And Garrett said he hadn't heard anything about them going back to, and Garrett lives in Tulsa.
And they went to strings.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have strings now too.
We asked Garrett about that, and he said no, they didn't go to strings. So somebody mentioned that, but they did not go to strings. But they did take out 12 lanes for the axe throwing. And he hadn't heard anything about them. Yeah, somebody had mentioned that, but we asked Garrett about it, and he's like, no, they didn't do strings. They just took out 12 lanes for the axe throwing.
Who the heck was that then?
I don't know.
It was down there, but I'm trying to remember who the heck it was.
Yeah, I don't know. But he said that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
And he hadn't heard anything about it going back to Andy B's. And I would be, I can't stand Andy B's, and everything's crazy, crazy expensive there. So you're not going to hurt my feelings, even if, you know, the bowling sucks for some people over at Broken Arrow, whatever. It sucks for
I like the center itself. The center's nice and open. I like that. But
I do, yeah.
It sucks bowling there. It's awful.
Yeah, I do like the center, but I'm not a big fan of. I mean, I was a really big fan last year, but I wasn't a big fan this year. But
Broken Arrow is always ice boxing there, though. It's always cold.
Yeah, I do like the move to 4-person teams. That's great.
100%.
That helps make the team thing work, so you don't have to worry about having an even number of teams, so that you have everybody paired up for doubles and singles. It made it go quite a bit quicker, and then doing that on Sunday morning instead of doubles and singles. I know we're going to flip back next year because I'm sure that we'll have the 2 team sets on. Of course, I really wouldn't mind if he just does doubles and singles, and then if we bowl like 9 games on Saturday and then the other 3 on Sunday, that wouldn't break my heart.
I'm totally fine with that. I think actually you have to. Pretty sure they only run. No, they have a late squad. They have that 4:30 squad, don't they?
Uh-huh.
I think there's a 4:30 squad, but I'll tell them straight up that Luke and I prefer to do a team event or singles and doubles than team back to back, and then Sunday we do team, and then because it felt like we got out of there at least an hour and 15 minutes earlier.
Yeah, and we made really good time because we went over to Kilkenny's, and then we got done there, and we went over to a coffee shop and got some stuff, and then we were home by 5:30. So I mean, even going to eat somewhere and taking our time and whatever else, we still got home a really decent time.
I know. When you told me you still got brunch from there, I was so mad at you. Their brunch is freaking killer.
Fantastic.
Yeah, rub it in. They have really good breakfast burritos, by the way, too, for those that don't know that. Yeah. Get you a nice Guinness first thing in the morning. You don't have to drink it first thing in the morning. But get you a nice Guinness since it is an Irish pub and a breakfast burrito. How can you go wrong? All right?
Yeah.
Can't go wrong. Although I'm not a big Guinness fan. I drink one if I go to an Irish pub. I do like Irish car bombs, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get to a league early enough on Thursday because Paul still owes me a birthday shot, and I just can't get there early enough. And so I don't mind having a birthday in November or whatever the crap it ends up being.
Hey, this guy has a birthday in November. I actually have one in 2 weeks.
There we go. We can do that.
Okay.
We'll have Irish car bombs for your birthday.
Okay. My birthday is on a Friday, so we can do them on Thursday.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, the 15th is mine.
Cool.
So I'll have to make sure I'm there to wear the hat.
What are you, 35?
I'll be 36.
34. Oh, okay.
I wish I was 35 and 34. I am 35 right now, so I can't wish that. But yeah, I'll be 36. 36 big ones.
Ooh, that's the one I want to try.
All right, what is it? Share it with us. Let's see it.
Old Fezziwig, ale with cinnamon, ginger, and orange peel.
Yes, Brent, it is the 15th of November, and we are birthday twins. Let's freaking go.
Holy crap.
Absolutely. I want the birthdays to stop, though. They can stop. I'm okay if they – because it's easy for me to remember, too. My anniversary is 10 days before my birthday. So whenever the anniversary shows up, I know that I'm getting ready to get older. So I got you by a decade, though. That's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing but love. You can keep that decade. I lost my hair before I was like 20 years old and everything else. So,
nice pig.
Not pig.
It's a nice piggy.
You were 3 weeks older than me. 3 weeks?
Oh,
see, now I'm old.
I know.
I'm old.
I promise.
Yeah, November's a good month because you get
nice pig.
I like it close to being to Thanksgiving, but it sucked as a kid because it always felt like you didn't get enough stuff for your birthday because you were too close to Christmas. It's always like, well, Christmas is coming up, so I heard that one a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure my mom is watching this right now, cussing me up and down. But yeah.
Yeah,
Because we always have our tradition. We'll have to make sure we have a show that week. because Wednesday I'll come over and I'll wear the hat and all that stuff.
No, yeah.
Are we going to do one next week, by the way, or you want to go every other?
No, I think if we just go in 2 weeks, then that's your birthday week. That'd be the 13th.
Is it?
So yeah,
it is
30th. So yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll get a PBA schedule by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in for that. 9 months and 1 day after Valentine's Day. Do that with what you will. I've already been told this many times, and believe it or not, I never, ever thought about that, and nobody ever said anything to me about that until it was like within the last couple of years, and I don't remember who it was. And ever since I've heard that, I'll never unhear that. So thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I want to say it was you. It might have even been you.
I don't know. I know that my original due date was 9 months after my dad's birthday. Because my dad's birthday is October 12th, and my due date was middle of July.
Okay, so
I didn't. No, I was 3 weeks late, but
take that as you will, though. This is a bowling program, okay?
program.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to say program.
Yeah, my brother and sister-in-law are going to be 40 next year.
Yeah. Bang bang. Are
they're
the same age?
Yeah, and actually they're just as much apart. She's 3 months older than he is, just like Angel's 3 months older than I am.
Okay.
Melissa's birthday is January the 6th, and then my brother's is April 19th. Angel's is May 2nd. I keep getting it. She's Mexican. I keep getting it confused with Cinco de Mayo. I just always default to 5/5, and I'm like, no, it's the second. It's the second. And then my birthday is August 15th. So
she could celebrate on Cinco de Mayo too. Screw it, you know. Hey, Mexican food is delicious. So anytime I get an opportunity to eat more of it, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah. So my brother and sister-in-law are exactly as far apart, and exactly as it's 3 months and 13 days for both of us, and our wives are older. So I don't know how that worked out. But.
I'm different. My wife is younger, so I'm rocking the cradle apparently. Not like Trevor bad, but I'm rocking the cradle.
Yeah.
Well, we got through the GTO talk and stuff. We can still talk more about it if anybody has any questions on it. But at this point, we're just going to kind of BS through the night. There's nothing to talk about in bowling. So if you want to talk about bowling, you've got bowling ball questions, you got physical game questions, you want to talk sports, we're going to do it. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. You want to talk about the that Goomba trying to take the ball out of Mookie Betts' glove last night?
That's been like the biggest talk ever. And then, well, it's not just that. Did you see the guy that came and grabbed his wrist after like the guy sitting next to him? It's like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, because the guy's trying to pry the ball out of his glove, and then then Mookie's trying to like put his hand up there, and the other guy grabs Mookie's hand, and
I'm surprised Mookie didn't reach up there and punch him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Like, well, the guy said, well, Mookie was cursing at us. Mookie was cursing at us. That's not a good look. And it's like, man, you all.
Of course he was. You're grabbing him by his damn arm.
From New York, like you guys are concerned about that? Come on.
Oh, he's a former Red Sox. They know all about it. There you go, Luke. Brent with a little super chat here. Bowled my first honor score last night. 289, 279, 238 for 806. Appreciate the show, guys. Keep up the good work. My man.
Thank you. Yeah, that's sweet.
Hey, anytime it says 800, there's an 8 in front of it. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be 800. It's good shooting, brother.
Yeah, that's one of those that once you get to 800, like that's just the number. It doesn't even matter what the other two. If it like you said, if it starts with an 8, don't ask questions.
Yeah, no, not at all. That's a real series right there. So hell yeah, don't ever forget that one if that's your first one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your first one. You've never even had 300.
Yeah, first honor score.
So you shoot 800 before 300. Now that's even more impressive. Now when you shoot 300, you're going to be disappointed because 800, in my opinion, is so much better than 300 because you put a body of work together.
Yeah.
So 300 is going to be like, oh, cool now.
Yeah, you put a game together. That's cool. What are you talking about, Buck? Yeah, putting the game together is cool, but putting the entire series together is a completely different story.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it
I'm
doesn't
more
even
nerve-wracking trying to shoot 8 than I would be shooting 3.
Yeah.
I mean, been in the situation, so I know. But to
Mhm.
me, it's harder to shoot 800 than 300, 100%. So, I mean, we all know that. That's obvious. We all bowl here that's here. So, but yeah, I mean, because if you can use it for a tournament, for example, you can have one big game and go 100 over shooting 300.
Yeah.
But then you can turn around and shoot 170 in the next game, and then boom, there you drop 36 there. So being able to put 3 games to work or 3 games together is going to not only be big for your average and league set, but if you're doing it in a tournament, you're pretty much going to probably get a good chance to either win or cash. So I'd hope shooting 800 you'd win. I mean, Trevor only shot like 2 of them this weekend.
Yeah. And he the 279 triplicate, he had a chance at like the first 2 games. In the third game, he spared like the 4th or 5th frame or something. Zone 8, game 1 on the 11th ball.
Right.
What are you talking about?
My little one that canceled practice tonight because of the weather, so everybody's been freaked out about it. So she's probably going to pop down here shortly and say hello. So just so everybody knows, don't be alarmed. What? What is it?
It's still raining out there, buddy. You don't like rain. You don't like rain.
It's raining pretty good here.
Yeah. You don't like
I don't know. The more and more I look at this on the radar,
yeah,
I'm thinking they may be full of crap.
Yeah, I think it's done. I think it's just heavy rain, and that's what it's gonna be, because I can't hear anything going on outside now. I'm looking at the radar. It's kind of just, it's gonna rain hard, and yeah.
Come here. Careful with my laptop. That's on the side.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
No gymnastics tonight, huh?
Can give everybody the pace.
Yeah.
Say what up? Oh, really? Is that what we're doing right now?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Man, she's doing the dab and the piece at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Did you hear, Luke? You're doing the dab and the piece at the same time. Like, who is this? No, do I hear it? Yes. It's thundering outside. It's bad. Oh, you're silly.
Hey, did you get Black Ops 6 yet?
I have not. Is it any good?
No, it's terrible.
Okay. Well,
I might have to join you guys for Call of Drinking this year, though.
Oh, you want to play it? Let's do it.
Yeah, I might have to, because we don't ever do anything interesting for New Year's, and so I might have to hang out for that. Everybody made a big deal about okay, well, they gave them a 4-year development cycle, because normally they turn them out pretty quick and whatever. And it's like, okay, well, they gave them 4 years. Sledgehammer and Infinity Ward worked on the last couple games, and so Treyarch got 4 solid years to work on Black Ops 6, and it sucks. The maps are awful, really, really extra bad.
They didn't like repurpose them like they usually do, or they just
they're all brand new maps. There's a couple of them that are pretty good, but some of them are just cancer.
Yeah, you can join us you can join us for Call of Drinking. We start at like 7:00, and then if you get tired, you stop whenever you want. But we just sit, we drink, and we play Call of Duty for hours upon hours.
Yeah, Paul's playing.
We get pissed off, and
I might have to play the campaign because I'm a camo grinder, and so I get dark matter. I get dark matter. I usually play the campaign, and then I jump into the league play stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's the maps are really clustery, and it's hard to see people. And I've got the best vision of anybody on the planet, and I'm having trouble seeing people. And the maps are cluttery and just weird and whatever. But
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get it. I'll be honest, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah. I had to get it, and I'll still do the camo thing. And whenever they come out with Nuketown's coming out on Friday, by the way, they're adding the OG Nuketown.
Oh, really? You okay?
OG Nuketown, so that'll be fun. And then hopefully they get the league play thing going pretty soon. But
all right, let me get back to it. Love you. Go. Sorry, she wants to come down and say hello.
Oh yeah, we'll have to get together when, because Chris and Hunter are going to be here January 10th through the 25th.
Okay.
And Riley's, of course, is coming with them. So.
Oh, there's Woody in there. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
He wants to play.
Yeah.
Hey, the more the merrier. We'll never say no. It's fun to do.
Uh-huh.
We do. We just sit back and we just talk mad crap and we drink beer.
Mm-hmm.
So, or whiskey, whatever you prefer. Or mixer. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We don't do anything. It's also nice too because you don't have to worry about getting out, drinking, driving. A lot of crazy people out there.
Yeah, just hang out and stream a video game for a while.
Yep, if you need to take a break, we can stop, eat something, take a break. We always stop at midnight and watch the ball drop. Yeah. And then we always end up going back in for an hour or so. And then finally we're like, all right, I'm tired. You tired? Yeah, well, let's go to bed. Tired of staring at this screen for the last 5 hours. But
yeah, there was I think it was a year or two after Angel and I got married, we got to Rock Band, and Christina and I played the endless set list or whatever all night, and it's one of those things where it's every song in the game, and it takes like 8 hours to do.
Oh, God!
It's just one right after the other, and yeah, we started at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and we played we played just the entire night, and it was, I can't remember what, I think she did the drums. Because at Rock Band, they had where you did the guitar and you had drums, and you had somebody sing too. So
yes,
she did she did the drums. And I did the guitar, and
because Guitar Hero was the one that was only the guitar. So yeah,
it's raining out there. You dingo,
Taylor. Yeah, play COD. We'll play whenever.
Yeah.
Also, once again, I'll remind you guys, we're just kind of BSing. There's nothing to talk about in this point right now, bowling wise. So, if you want to talk video games, talk video games. You want to talk bowling, talk bowling. We're fine. We got nothing to do. We have a show for another hour, so we'll just talk. So, I know. Yeah. Surprised nobody has said stick to bowling yet and get mad at us, but
yeah.
Pretty sure everybody that's watching right now knows there's not a ton that we can talk about. Are we able to play a little? Guess the bowling ball overseas thing again? We haven't done that in a long time. I don't know if you're able to do that anymore or not.
Yeah, let me see what we got on the approved list.
Oh yes, Paul Burnett. I don't know if you saw or not. He got the approval. They're going to have Black Friday doubles at Olathe East this year.
Oh, okay.
So I'm actually thinking. I think I'm going to skip the Thanksgiving Eve tournament, and I'm going to go bowl that.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
It's only a 4-gamer too. So.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Any tips on calming down a teammate when they get super frustrated? You want to start? Or you want me to start? I'll let you read it. I'll let you comment. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a really tough question.
This one's tough. Yeah, it is. It is a very tough question because when somebody tries, it's really hard to get them to settle down, simmer down. I think the best thing you can do is just not feed it. Just kind of be reassuring, and sometimes you need to let people just have their moment, because some
100%.
people do need to fry out and just get it out, and then they're fine. Other people start and then they go off the rails. It really depends on if it's just like because we've all had times where I used to go off the rails a little bit. Now it's just kind of a momentary, I'm just going to get it out, but then the next shot that comes up, I'm going to be ready to go. It really depends on what kind of a teammate they are. If they spiral out of control, then you're going to have to, grab them by the ears and just get them back in the game. I think that we watch a lot of like cooking shows and stuff, and there's a new season of MasterChef that's on right now, and there was a guy that he's just like, I miss my family and everybody hates me here and I want to get out of there. And Gordon Ramsay, who is just Simon Cowell, he just screams people up one side and down the other. He took him in the back and he gave him a pep talk and got dude's head back in the game, and then they they did really well in the service, and so I think sometimes, sometimes you need to let somebody have their moment, and other times you need to say, hey, just don't get what you can get. I've always been okay if I'm having a bad game. It's just like I look up in the 6 or 7 frame and I'm like, okay, what can I get to? What can I get? What can I strike out for? Let's try to salvage this because you got time left. And even if you're at a tournament and even if your set sucks, it's just like, nothing went right for me in singles in Tulsa. And I'm like, well, we got doubles coming up. Yuri's throwing it good. And so let's figure this out. And so instead of frying about, bad luck and the lanes changing and whatever else, it's just like, okay, forget, get towards the end of game 2 and I've got 390 going in or something like that. It's like, okay, singles is over. Let's forget this. Let's figure out, let's get things sorted out and figured out for doubles. And I got it well enough to where we might cash. And so, don't tell them to calm down. It's like telling your wife to calm down.
Yeah, I know, right? Buy him a beer. Yeah, buy him a beer works. Sometimes you also get it depends on how well you may agree or may disagree. Depends on how well you know the person and how well they'll take what you have to say. Sometimes even though you're seeing something doesn't mean it's always the best thing to tell them what you're seeing. Like you said, though, it's usually just, hey, get what you can get here, or that shot's over. Next shot, let's go. All right, let's refocus. Let's go. But if you see a guy or a gal is needing their moment, like most of the people we bowl with, we know when they need their moment. Like, we bowl with them enough. I mean, I'm sure most of you do too. But right, if Luke's frying out about something, I know when to let him be instead of just say, all right, baby, come on, let's go. Or vice versa. I mean, it is what it is. And then there's some people that are just natural head cases. Okay, there's nothing you can do about it. Know a few of those. So, but yeah, it's just. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say it's kind of like Swiss trios this year went really bad for all of us, and it's just when somebody's in their head, that's one thing, but when somebody's just missing spares, there's not a whole lot you can say about that. It's like okay, you missed a spare, you can't really do anything about that. That's not anything. You flag one, you throw one out the window, and so there's sometimes you just need to let it be. It's just like something's off. Somebody just needs to throw some more shots and get back in the groove and whatever. And sometimes there's just nothing you can say is going to fix it. But you want somebody to try and not like spiral out of control.
100%, yes.
But it kind of depends on the situation too.
The classic Haas fryouts. They're not that bad. I chucked my glasses once, all right?
Yeah.
Then my wife took them from me, and then I proceeded to have to bowl without them. Yeah. And the ball went in the gutter before the arrows. The next shot. Literally couldn't see shit. And I was like, okay, can I have them back? I'm sorry. But no, mine aren't that bad. I've seen way worse.
Yeah.
Way worse.
Yeah.
No, from a few. I won't mention names in here, but know a few guys that have some fryouts that when they fry out, I just absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So Trevor and I also get that way. Like when he fries out, I always give him shit afterwards. And then if I do, he's always like, "You're frying out," and I love it. I just love it because we just laugh at each other, right?
Oh God! And there was one day we were bowling an 8-gamer at Lunar, and he shot like 170 or 180. It was an 8-game sweeper, and he shot 170 or 180 the first game, and then his low game the rest of the day was like 248 or something. And every single he was so cocked and loaded from that first game that he would wrap a 7-pin and just blow up. And it's like, dude, you went like plus 170 the last 3 games. So we were going, are we mad now or whatever? It's like he ended up, I'm not sure if he ended up winning the tournament or not.
No, he did win.
But yeah, it was like, he averaged 250 the back 7.
Didn't we cross together that day? Because I was bowling with him. That was Super Bowl doubles, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was because he was. I think you and I were bowling together, and he was bowling with Dylan.
Yes.
And Yeah.
And we didn't pull that bad.
No, it's just we got ran over.
We got 100% ran over. I mean, he did that crap in Olathe East one time, where he shot like 170 out of the gate and then proceeded to average 250 for the next 7. I'm like,
yeah.
And I mean, he's losing his mind game.
Yeah. Yeah, he can throw 6 or 7 in a row and then wrap a 7-pin. And he did that on Sunday because he had 279, 279, and then he wrapped he just got it in a little bit and had a flat
wrapped the 7. Yeah.
And yeah, it's like, man, you got 558 going in, and sure, it's the 5th frame or whatever. And I think he was hoping. I think he was really hoping to get 300 the last game and get a monster set and whatever else. But yeah, it just after not working out, and then what did he have? He had 296 in the middle of the first team set.
Yes.
After shooting the 2 300s on Friday night, and then he had 2 or 3 shots at it Sunday morning. So. Yeah. And he
after shooting 300 twice on Friday night, yeah.
Man, and he labeled everything. I mean, you want to see just somebody that's his set on Sunday morning was the best I've ever physically seen someone bowl before.
Yeah.
We're talking about when his misses were super small and they were still going to strike. It wasn't like, oh shit, that needs help. It was like, oh, just carry. And they were, just super small misses, and yeah, it was nuts.
That dude is insane. He is literally insane. But his fryouts though get me, because there's some things he says and does. Like I had one where I seven, so I was on like it was a team event on Sunday. I 7-10'd off a 6-bagger because I started the game with I 4-9, then I go 6-bagger. And then I 7-10 on a pretty good shot. Maybe I was just a little weak with the hand at the bottom. Mm-hmm. It should have been at least a flat 10, right? With the puddle.
Mm-hmm.
And Haley was up there, and I come back. Obviously I'm going to get irritated, but I said something I'm not going to repeat on the show, and it caused Haley to put her ball down. Mm-hmm. There's some bad things I said. I'll let you put that to your mind what I said, but it was. She looked at me and she goes, "Oh my God, really?"
She was in rare form on Sunday too. It's like she's got a baby coming in a couple months, and she did not have the greatest day on Sunday. And it seemed like every single time I looked down that way to see how you guys were doing, or just take a look down there, she had left a 10-pin or missed a 10-pin and was just doing that little swish sachet thing off the approach, and she was just red and she was super mad, and it's like, slow down here. I know
she left like 9. I think she 9 counted like 7 of her first 8 frames game on.
Yeah. Yeah. And she didn't have a great morning Sunday, and she was super mad.
Hey, but that girls team still put their team in 3rd because they have a women's division.
Yeah.
Amanda bowled really good on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I told him, like, chill, hey, you're fine. Like, just,
I did take a video of Trevor's last ball in the 800 on Sunday. If we can, I don't know how well everybody can see that.
I can see it okay, but
yeah, you get the idea.
Dude's just insane. And he posts every shot.
Yeah.
He comes out of it the same way every time. He's got so many tricks with his hand. It's what makes him so good, too. Mm-hmm. Not to mention he doesn't miss. But all the tricks he can do with his hand to get a ball to shove down the lane more, to get it to pick up quicker, to side rotation, anything. He's ridiculous. He wants to spin it. He can spin it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just some of the things he's shown me he can do. It's just insane to watch. Definitely, he's an amateur player that, even though he's on the left side, I'd be curious to see what he could do bowling, even just a full PBA regional schedule. Just curious to see what he could do for one season. Because the kid just, like I said, it is the left side on the PBA stuff, but when you don't miss, it's still hard to beat somebody.
Yeah, and I think he's not sure that he's thought about it, but he's not sure that he's like, I don't think I'm good enough for that. But I don't know how many times we've seen him and Packy bull doubles and stuff, and on not house shots. And there's been some times where he's carried Packy.
Hell, even Dylan. Yeah. Dylan's a 3-time PBA regional champion.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. It's like, man, I just not sure that you know how good you are, which is good. I mean, sometimes it's the other way around, and people think they're a whole lot better than they actually are. But I think he's the opposite direction. I think he could be a whole lot more successful than he thinks he could be. But he does well enough at the regular tournaments and stuff. I'm not sure he wants to chase it that hard.
He does, and he makes good money doing what he does for a living. So,
yeah.
Do you know what I compare him to? And I was talking to Paul about this one day, not his dad, Paul. And will Freddie Freeman homer again tonight? No, he will not homer tonight. He will not homer tonight. I would bet the house on that. If I had to compare him to a lefty, and it doesn't have to be today's game, past game, previous game, I am picking Parker Bone all day. I would compare him close to Parker.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a giant rev rate. I compare rev rate closer to Parker, even though back in the day Parker hit it pretty good. Trevor still hits it pretty good, but Parker didn't miss. What would you say? I mean, it's got to be close, right?
Yeah. It's very similar types of games. Very
similar. Like, yeah, he's literally insane. It's just hard to. I hate that I said I would put the house on Freeman homering again, or not homering again tonight, but I really don't think he's going to. Garrett Cole's gonna come out and try and shove again, but I don't know. I really want to see the Dodgers win. Obviously, I'm a Sox fan, so as you can see behind me over here, there you go. But yeah, I don't know. The one last night, let's be honest, it was a Yankee Stadium homer. I mean, so was the Grand Slam. Those two shots wouldn't have gone any other stadium. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, where are we at here? Some of these tournaments, man. I remember shooting 240 first game and lost 8 of my 10 brackets. Sounds like you're bowling in Kansas City.
Oh God, I think Zach Wilkins told me we were just shooting the bull after doubles and singles Saturday, or no, after the sweeper, and he said something about one tournament that he went to, and he shot like 230 the first game and got knocked out of 96 of 100 brackets. It's like, okay.
I bet he was fried.
Yeah.
Oh, God, he was, dude, on singles and doubles. As you all know who Zach is. He's been on TV a couple times. He's been on the show with us. So for those that haven't watched it, go back and watch that show. That was a really good program. He could not get 10 back on Saturday in doubles. He bowled bad in doubles. Like, when I say bad, he shot like 630, right?
Yeah.
But he was so mad. and then I hate to put this out in the universe for him. He had so many issues. Friday night in his hotel room, just to have this little talk here.
Yeah.
Friday night in his hotel room, he has hot water in his sink in his hotel. Stayed at a Hilton, so he's staying at a decent hotel, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Goes to turn on the shower, and the shower has no hot water. He's so mad. He's like, dude, I have no bleeping hot water in my shower. I may not get to shower all beeping weekend. So he comes to me, or I come to him, I'm like, dude, if you need a shower, just give me a shout. We have a B&B that's like 5 minutes from the center. You can just come by. I'll give you the code if you whatever. Just come in and shower. And he's like, okay, I appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. Johnny and I were still up watching, what were we watching Friday night? We were watching something on Friday night until about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I get a message from Zach. It's like 12:30 at night in the morning. And it's him taking a video of his fire alarms going off in his hotel. And all I hear is his voice with the, oh my bleeping God. What the? And it's his voice, right? His voice. And I sent him a message. I'm like, I love you, dude, but I'm sorry. This is hilarious. Yeah. He's like, so I go to my truck and I pass out in my truck for like 30 minutes. And I come back and it's still going. Fire department comes. He's like, I almost just slept in my truck. Luckily they figured out my hot water situation.
Mm.
So he gets done bowling doubles and singles, fried out, super fried out Saturday, Sunday, right? Or Saturday night. Didn't join us for dinner like he was going to. He gets back to his hotel room. He's like pumped to lay in bed, turn on some college football. The TV won't work.
Yeah.
He sends me another message that says, dude, what is wrong with me? Just the worst luck ever. Just the worst luck. I told Zach, I'm like, dude, you should have just stayed in the B&B with us. I don't know why you didn't. Which you need to next year.
Oh, puppies. Yeah, I think
next year do it. I think we're going to stay in that same one.
Yeah, I'm down for that next year if there's enough rooms.
We'll make enough room. We can get a bigger room. We're actually going to stay in the same one in Springfield. We booked it actually while we were in Tulsa for that we bowled the Kevin's 10K doubles.
Yeah.
That was Dylan, myself, and Johnny and Brent, I think. But that's a nice place in Springfield. It's only like 10 minutes from the bowl, but it has like 3 bedrooms. And then if you have an extra person who just wants to sleep, they've got a downstairs. It's got a giant couch.
Yeah.
It's like, who cares? 2 bathrooms. I think we paid for the week Springfield weekend for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, and come home Sunday. So 2 nights we paid, and for the one in Springfield we paid like $250.
Yeah.
Can't beat that. And then guess what? We're all splitting it. That's the total. So
yeah.
Some people aren't comfortable with B&Bs though because it's somebody else's house, but if you treat it like a hotel room, because most of them have like the hotel fresh towels and everything, if you treat it like a hotel room, you're fine. But yeah, I didn't know if you heard all those stories of Zach. He was so mad. I got to show you the videos next time I see you because as soon as I show you the fire alarm video and you hear his voice, you're gonna laugh your ass off. Cause I would play it on air right now if I could. And I'm not gonna. We don't want to get. Yeah, we don't want to do that. But sorry, guys. Keep putting some stuff in here. There's still a handful of us watching here. 38.
Yeah.
Which we knew wouldn't be a big night, but you know what? We still need to have a show. Okay. All right. While we're sitting here, we got time. We need to discuss episode number 100. What do we want to do? What should we do? We got to do something.
Yeah, I'm not sure about because that's going to be early next year.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it should be.
Should be January.
Yeah, it might actually be the end of December, maybe.
Yeah.
I had thought about seeing if Lockwood wanted to come on at some point because I did beer frame with him way back in the day, and
yeah,
he's lost all kinds of weight, and he looks, he's in great shape now, and thought about getting him back on for something, and then maybe that's the show that we could get Zach back on, and I could try to see if I can get somebody.
I can get Zach Luck back on. Yeah, I can get him in. I could try Brad. I don't know what all he's got going on right now. I haven't talked to him a ton lately.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Rhino's been kind of a pain to get in touch with here lately, so we'll eventually get him on. I'll connect with Trevor and have Trevor get him on with us. So I think the night that he comes on, Trevor would like to come on too and chat with him and stuff. So yeah, we could get like Lockwood. Zach would be a good one for the 100th episode.
Yeah, I could probably swing Stu Williams too. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I could probably make something happen there, possibly.
There's a request. Bring the guys on that makes the stuff out of the bowling balls if possible. We could try.
Yeah, we could get him on.
Yeah. If he wants to come on, I mean, that's up to him. Some people don't like their face on camera. So
yeah.
Episode 100, Zach, Packy, Brad, and some giveaways from Hawes. I mean, I'll give some stuff away. I got no problem to give stuff away. Brad will be tough, especially when you get closer towards the holidays. It'll be tough. But I know for a fact I can at least get Zach. We just may have to coordinate a different day and do something different. But
yeah,
Packy as well. We can get Packy. Brad's living in St. Louis still, but I don't know what his. Like I said, I haven't talked to him a ton. I'm just trying to think of who else we could get on.
Yeah, I'm sure I could get Spencer Robarge. Want to talk to Spencer? Yeah,
Spence would be okay. I mean, I could probably try and coordinate if people wanted to talk to Trevor. We could probably get Trevor on.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, there it is again. There's Homer.
Guy that makes the stuff. Yeah.
If you want to come on with us, hey, episode 100, make plans. We can work it with you if you want to come on.
Yeah.
Bring the two-handed beast on. I mean, we could work something out where we bring on fans of the show and we talk to them.
Yeah.
There's options.
Yeah.
We got things we can do.
What are you talking about, Buck? I know.
Luke and I will discuss it, and we'll come up with a good episode for it. I just noticed today when I made the post in our Facebook group that we are getting very close to 100, and we need to come up with something because how many did we show? I don't know how many of you watched our previous show that we did called the Rise and Grinds, and it just kind of started out as something that Luke was going to do by himself, and then COVID hit, and I'm like, I'll join you. Let's talk about it if you don't mind. So I was coming over on Fridays when I was supposed to be working. While we were doing shows, drinking coffee, and that turned into beer. But
Fluffy Puggles.
We'll talk about it and figure something out. Do you remember how many episodes we did of the Rise and Grinds?
30-ish, because I think we did it like every single week.
Yeah, we did every Friday.
And I think that it continued into this. I think that I don't think that we reset the number when we started breakdown. At least I don't think so.
I think we did. I'm pretty sure we reset the number because we started a whole new show.
Yeah.
You have to go back and look. I'm pretty sure we did because when we started this show in particular, we were going to do things as if we were going to have categories and do breakdowns like Market Zero. I mean, we can go back into classic episode 1 and we can do some Market Zero. Had some structure we were going to do with the show, but it's kind of fun just to kind of BS and just talk, come up with category or not categories, but discussions and chat. But yeah, I think we'll come up with some good ideas. We'll come up with some. He's looking because I think we did start this from 1. I really do. But I'm not 100% certain. Anybody watching right now that watched with us or went back and watched the Rise and Grinds? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, we did. Breakdown pair number 1 was August 15th, 2021. And then Rise and Grind, we did 25 shows of the Rise and Grinds.
Okay, so 25. So that's 25 weeks we did that. It's pretty good. 25 straight weeks we did the Rise and Grinds.
Yeah.
And then
yes,
when was what was the date that we started the breakdown pair?
August 15th, 2021. So we've been doing this 3 years.
Wow.
Actually, yeah, starting with Rise and Grinds, I think that was March or April. Let me go back to the beginning of that one.
Yeah. I'm pulling holiday doubles this year. Got a month, get my mental game right. Yeah, work on that mental game. I definitely watched Rise and Grind during COVID. Sean, you were the man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
The show has changed quite a bit.
Rise and Grinds number 1 was December 4th, 2020. And then
December 4th, 2020. Okay, so yeah. All right. So we've been at this almost 4 years. Not all of them, but a handful for sure. Of course. You know, the Rise and Grinds was more of a mental approach to things that we talked about. You guys are looking for some cool stuff to go back and listen to that's not just bowling ball talk and, physical game talk. We talked a lot about the mental game. Go back and watch some of the Rise and Grind stuff. They're pretty good. We didn't go 2 hours. I think we went, an hour?
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
No, we went like an hour. So if you're driving along, you want something to listen to, whatever, yeah, go back and listen to them because they were definitely different. And we did start drinking coffee when we started, I promise. It was coffee. And then it got into let's go with a beer. And then after we got off the show, we'd go play Call of Duty or whatever it is.
Jazz Chisholm, solo home run.
Oh, gross.
Oh, it's 3-0.
Yankees
with 1 out in the bottom of the first. I was about to say that everybody's talking about how sports is rigged and whatever else, and it's like, well, the Dodgers are about to sweep in the World Series, and you would think that with the Yankees and the Dodgers going 7 games would be in their best interest to make all kinds of money. Oh, Aaron Judge hit a home run.
Oh, my! Just now?
He hit one before Chisholm.
Okay. Kelly, yes, I watched.
It barely got over the wall, but
Must be a Yankee Stadium home run.
yeah.
Yes, I watched the Rise and Grind, Kelly. Sweet, we appreciate that. I know you've always been in the chat and stuff with us back then. I remember you being in the chat with us back then. Appreciate you. Judge Homer before that, gross.
I'm having a hard time with the World Series because I like a lot of the players for the Yankees. Like I like Judge, I like Stanton, I like Luke Weaver, I like Garrett Cole, but they're the Yankees.
I'm just sitting here shaking my head. No.
Yeah.
No. As soon as you put the stripes on, you're done, bro. You're done.
I know.
You're dead to me.
As soon as you turn into a Goomba.
Hi, John Lander. You drank coffee for what? 1 or 2 episodes, then decided to drink to help kill COVID germs? No, I think we drank coffee for longer than that. I think because we drank a lot of Black Rifle coffee to start. Because I like me some Black Rifle coffee. Boston sucks, and so do the Yankees. You know what, Paul? So do you.
Yeah.
So do you. There you go.
Right.
I can honestly remember when I started watching. Luke, I know Luis. I found him years ago when I got back into bowling, and he was one of the first that popped up. I want to say I've been watching at least 3. Well, solid.
Well,
appreciate it.
You talked about the approved list or whatever, or the guessing on stuff.
Oh, yeah, you got this fired up. Can we do it?
I've got spoilers. There's not a whole lot on the approved list here that y'all don't know about.
Okay.
But
we like to play a little guess. Is this overseas or is this stateside? That's obviously going to be stateside.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I'm just going to spoil these because
that's AI. So
yeah, because they pissed me off.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that stateside?
Yeah.
That is stateside.
Yeah, so it's Marvel Pearl AI.
Okay, so that's really weird to me. It's got the AI logo on it. I figured it wasn't just Marvel.
What's that?
So I'm kind of surprised with that says Marvel AI on it. Usually they have those weird names that they put them on the overseas ones, but hey,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just going to be a Marvel Pearl with AI since they're putting that on everything. And it is one of those things where I don't think AI is as big of a deal as they're making it out to be, but it is an excuse to have another phase, another Marvel, and
hey, the new phase looks really good, by the way.
Hey, stop!
You talk too much, dude. The new phase looks really good, in my opinion. I watch Tobias throw it every week on Thursdays. It looks really good.
Yeah, I think it comes out of the box way too shiny, but it's a good ball.
That's stateside.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just spoiling these right now.
Oh,
these are all going to get announced on Friday, I believe.
Yeah, there you go. You're getting breaking news.
This is going to be R2S Deep Hybrid. So this is the absolute cover with AI. So it's like a whatever the road was. It's not REX. It's R2S Deep.
Did you say this one has AI too?
Yeah, this one's got AI too.
Okay, all right.
Pretty much everything that they're putting out now, they're just going full on AI everything.
Because you can't really do the Brunswick stuff right now.
No,
just because of I know, yeah. Those are the fun ones, though.
Yeah, I signed an NDA, so I'm not.
I know.
We're staying quiet about this stuff. But I didn't sign shit for this stuff, and they kind of pissed me off. So
that road board is pretty, though. What's the sin on that? Ooh, that's gonna be stateside.
Yeah, that's 900 Global. It's RB93. They got rid of the 90, 80, whatever the crap that doesn't make any sense and just kind of sequential and whatever. This is RB93, so it's very strong cover. It's a hybrid ASIM. Shut up! Why are you an idiot? You're stupid.
You know, it's funny is you're talking about how it's
but you're stupid.
How confusing like the other stuff was.
Yeah.
Remember when people couldn't figure out the track numbers?
Yeah.
Like the 93 whatever. They literally the tip was telling you what the ball is.
Yeah, they made it as easy as they possibly could, and so I think Global's going back to the number like how like 0 to 100. The higher the number, the stronger the cover is.
Yeah. Wasn't it Track that did that though with the numbers?
Yeah, it was like I remember the 607A special edition or the 607 whatever. Yeah, I think it was 607A. And so yeah, it was the strength of the cover, the strength of the core, or the strength of the core, strength of the cover, and then A for angular, C for control, T for traction, whatever else.
Yeah, and nobody understood it like ever.
Yeah, this is a big hybrid ASIM. It's going to be a shiny ball, very strong cover, and then the numbers are like 248, 050, 020. So it's a big standard hybrid ASIM, and they're going to announce all this stuff on Friday. So I'll have a video up for all of that stuff. Whenever I get details, whenever I get actual details, and can put a video up for stuff, but
it's just those three right now, right?
Yeah. Marvel AI.
Yeah, I tell you what, that Marvel AI seems a little interesting. I'm thinking about actually buying the new phase.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about it. I don't know. Considering it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I did see Hammer's video on the mystery ball.
Yeah, actually, yeah. What did they say? What they didn't say what it was. I only watched a few shots because I had a lot going on at work today, so I was able to, like on my lunch break, was able to see a little bit of it. Which is when I shared our video was like around that time. Did they say what they think it is? What you probably already know though, don't you?
He put some. I already know, and I've already thrown it. But
okay, so
I filmed for it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, then we won't talk about it.
And I mean, we can talk about the mystery ball because they put some video out there, and somebody kind of guessed on what they thought it was, and some people in the comments, you might look at the comment section of that. Just saying, not saying, just saying.
It's a hammer ball, right?
Yeah, it's a hammer ball. It looks like, and he basically said that it's like, okay, well, this feels like he knew it was asymmetric, and he said this feels like an ASIM GB5, and that's kind of what it feels like, realistically. So,
and yes, I usually know or see these balls in advance, and I won't ever say anything because if I'm at Luke's, obviously they're going to be out in the shop, but we don't talk about them, so.
Yeah, and that the reason for that is too because I have enough problem. It's not that I don't trust anybody to keep their mouth shut. It's just I don't even trust myself to keep my mouth shut because I'm like I know what these balls are. I got the November releases a couple weeks ago, and so I know what's coming. But it's just like I've had them for a couple weeks. I know what they are, and so I don't want to like slip. And so if other people know, then they might just get into a conversation and kind of let something slip and not even do it intentionally. And that's the same thing with me. It's like, well, I've got to try to forget that this stuff exists right now because I might just go talking along and say, oh, well, Hammer's got this new ball coming out and this is whatever else. Or, somebody asks, it's like, okay, I'm looking for this kind of ball. It's like, well, you might, the Hammer such and such. It's like, oh, wait, no, I can't do that. So.
Do you know how hard it is sometimes on this show? Like if we just have a couple of drinks and you just sit here talking along, we're just BSing about bowling balls, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, that new bowling ball. Oh,
yeah.
I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a little jocked about the new motive ball, the new Primal Rage.
Oh my god.
Yeah. For those that did not see that, the Motive's got a new Primal coming out.
Yeah.
Primal Rage, actually.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
You going to get you one? Going to acquire one, are we?
I'm going to try to.
For those that know, this isn't water in here. I am drinking a Jock and Coke. So,
right. Well, I guess we're doing this.
Little Jock and Coke. Oh, what are we going with now? What do we got here? What do we got?
Winter Lager.
Oh, Sam Adams Winter Lager, the GOAT. Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite beers ever, by the way.
I need to go get some the Shiner cheer. That just
Yep.
Shiner cheer that it shouldn't be as good as it is, but it is. So that's definitely going to have to happen too.
Have you checked radar lately? I'm just looking to see it because I'm thinking this stuff actually left our town here.
Yeah, I think it's just raining now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Just pulling it up here. You keep talking. I can
Kapow, kapow, kapow.
give you. Oh yeah, it's out of our city. We're done. Yeah, so we were in we're still in a nadir watch until 10 o'clock, but it's yeah, I'm watching it develop here. Wait, it's a weird system because October in this area, I don't know where everybody lives, but
yeah.
It's been a really warm October. It's almost November, and we were almost 80 degrees today. Yeah, it's gone. So.
Yeah, we don't have stuff like this in October.
Yeah, tomorrow's like 50 degrees. So
yeah.
Will you still be doing motive bowling ball reviews in the future?
Yeah, whenever we can get stuff. I don't have any kind of deal with them, and I don't like asking for stuff. I might actually send Cliff Barnes something and say, hey, can you do me a solid here because I really want that rage.
I bet Cliffy will do something for you.
Yeah. He probably would. I just hate asking for stuff like that, especially from him because he's been the whole Bowler's Mark Coolwick thing has been extra great. They take care of us really well, and they're great people, and I really do enjoy being on with Coolwick. Again, they gave us they gave me a really great deal on the kids' jerseys this year, and especially when I'm paying with staff credit, they don't have to also give you the bulk discount, but they did me a solid.
Yeah.
50
hey, I'm just jacked that I talked you into doing it.
Yeah.
I told you it's like, hey, you need to do this thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Coolwick thing.
Yeah.
Like it's they've been I don't do the Bowler's Mart thing. Obviously, I'm still affiliated with them because of Coolwick. But having us together on it's pretty awesome because we can do this together. But Coolwick takes even just care of me. Like,
yeah,
they're fantastic. They've been fantastic to me since day one. And I know there's a lot of other jersey companies out there, so this is gonna be my little sales pitch to you. But if you've never tried a Coolwick product, shirt, t-shirt, hoodie, jacket, what? Let me keep going. Yeah. Give it a try. You will not be disappointed because we do sell name brand products. So if you want a Nike Coolwick pullover, you got it. Because I wore a Nike pullover all weekend, a Coolwick pullover. So I wanted to say Baskin and Robbins it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put up the
they take good care of us and allow us to give away and do cool things like this. I think I'm going to give away some more. I will do some giveaways, in fact, on the 100th show. We need some more breakdown pair merch out there. So it's this time of year. Let's give away some hoodies. I'm not going to do it tonight, but for the 100th show, maybe I'll give some hoodies away every show leading up to it, and then I'll give away a couple during that. So
the
hoodies are fantastic. So let's get them out there.
Yeah, here's the this year's jersey design for the kiddos.
Oh yeah,
and that's pretty sharp. That looks really good with the logo and everything, and
that's where my daughter bowls youth leagues too. So she gets one of those.
Yep, she is on the list. There's 48 of them coming in, and that's one of those things. I'm going to make a video about it, but that's what I mean. Y'all watching, if you've used my code, you paid for these. So
my daughter thanks you. So that little girl that sat here a little bit ago, that for those that are still watching, over here. Actually, no, I don't know. Whatever.
I actually want to get a picture of. We haven't gone out to league because we don't want to. I don't want to do the thing that it's like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna go hang out so that everybody can come tell us thank you and whatever else. But everybody that uses the code, I do want them to see it's like, well, this is what it's going for. It's not just, okay, you're doing the code and Coolwick's making money and then I'm getting a bunch of free stuff. And it's like, well, no, so because I have enough people that use the code, I'm able to comp jerseys for the youth league at Royal Crest every year. And this year it was 48 jerseys for the kids. And
that's just the first session.
Yeah, and that's all completely paid for out of my staff credit.
Yeah.
And I don't have a whole lot of jerseys. I don't have a whole lot of merch or whatever. I don't need to buy all that stuff. And so that's when you guys use the code, this is what it goes for. It's not just ending up in my pocket and Coolwick's pocket. The youth kids get to show up and wear this every week. And
look at that. They get to show up looking cool.
Youth adult tournaments or whenever they go out to anything that they're doing, and there's a different design every year. And unfortunately, some of the kids they're going to grow out of them.
I can, even if you don't make it out, I can send you a picture like Raylan. You can use that as an example. I mean, it is.
Yeah. And I was actually going to ask you about that. If we get a couple pictures, and I had thought about coming out.
I've got multiple of them. We've got them on every one of them that you've done. So yeah, we can do it.
So,
I mean, what's funny is you say this, I probably have more Coolwick merchandise than you do. I mean, I've got every hat that we make.
Mm-hmm.
I wear t-shirts all the time. I'm a big t-shirt guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to wear, especially when it gets in the summertime, league bowling. I really like t-shirts and league bowling. Something about just going comfortable and I've been in polos all day and stuff. I just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can 100% take care of that. I tell you what, she loves it.
Yeah.
She loves them. We've got her own couple of Coolwick stuff through. They allow me to use my staff credit too to help her to get it for her. They're not going to care. It's my daughter. You know what I mean? They don't care. It's so cute though when you get the jerseys and they're like, they look like they're this big.
Yeah.
Because you've seen the one that she has, the one that Angel has, the pink dog bones. And
I did see a picture of her in that. Yeah.
Because we got that for her right after our St. Bernard died, and she loves it. I think for holidays, I'm going to get her a couple more. They grow out of them so fast. It's hard to want to get them, but even if she doesn't have them, we can keep them forever. So, yeah. Once again, Rosedahl 10, ROSDAHL, HAWS 10, Haws 10 saves you 10% off every purchase at Coolwick.com. Not to sit here and want you to just buy, but it is coming up to the holiday season. They are the best in the business for a reason, and we appreciate the support.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And again, that's the whole point is that it goes to cool things.
Oh yeah. They take, but that's just using the youth league as an example.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to throw other companies out there. I don't know what they do, but I have been with other companies, and I was never this in depth with them, so I don't know. But Coolwick, for example, just the fact that they will do what they do to help with the youth program is program. Sorry,
program
with the youth program, it's pretty awesome because I know my kid really appreciates it.
And
thank you, by the way.
I was kind of surprised too because I was thinking it's like, okay, well, I've got all this credit sitting here, and I can't. I mean, I can do giveaways and whatever, but I can't use a couple $1,000s worth of credits on myself. I don't want to, and it's one of those use it or lose it type of things. And so I sent something to Jim Nemeth, who was our guy to begin with, and I said, so what exactly, I know this is for giveaways, and they always said it's like, okay, well, do giveaways, do whatever else. It's your credit, do whatever you want with it. And I'm like, well, but can I spend like $2,000 on
kids
jerseys for a youth program? It's like, and he sent something back. He's like, yeah, I mean, it's your credit, use it or lose it. We don't care what you use it on. And it's like, oh, okay, well that's awesome. A lot of places like I would have credit with Storm, and it's like, well, it's for your use only, and part of that was for promotion for the equipment, but at the same time, Coolwick is kind of the same way. it's like they want you promoting the merchandise and whatever else, but they're like, this is your credit. You can give it away. You can whatever else. And with Storm, it was like, no, this is for you. We don't want you, ordering balls for other people to just give it to them. And
yeah,
bowling, that's a little different story. But with
with bowling balls and jerseys and everything. But why not? The kids get to go out there, and this is no pun intended. They get to go out there and look cool. Like they see the people on TV, they're wearing the jerseys and looking cool, and then just the fact that just for bowling the league, they get one of their own, and that's really cool. The fact that the company's willing to do that is even better. So So we appreciate everybody though that uses the codes. We really do, because they do go to good things. A lot of mine goes into giveaways too. So he does the youth thing, but I do giveaways. I give away stuff on here. So if I give you a breakdown pair hoodie, it comes from that. So stuff like that. So we appreciate you guys. Yeah. In fact, the next show I will give a breakdown pair hoodie away. It's that fall winter time of year. Let's give one away. So.
Yep, I'll dig mine out of the closet and
we'll wear them together.
We'll start wearing them once it gets. Hi, Buck. Come here.
Yep, I'll wear one. Maybe I'll give away one. Maybe I'll give away two. I've got some stuff we got to give away before the end of the year. So.
Yeah, and we got to use the rest of our credit before December 1st anyway. So.
Yep. So we got time. We got a whole month. We have how many shows in November?
2, probably. Well, yeah, we'll do one the Wednesday. Because it'll be the 13th, and then it'll be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Okay, so maybe I'll give away four hoodies next month. If you end up preferring a T-shirt, that's fine too. We can work that out. But I want to get some more merch out there.
Dingo.
And we do appreciate you guys. A lot of you. I know a lot of you guys are loyal listeners and watch and listen to us. I know a lot of you guys can't catch us live, and that's fine. But we definitely appreciate it. Anybody got an update on the old score tonight? Is it still 27-0?
4-0 Yankees.
And great.
They've got a runner on first and there's a new pitcher in for the Dodgers. But it's bottom of the second. They already took their starter out.
Great.
I thought the kid last night did pretty well, and they're taking their pitchers out too early, which I know it's the world.
You talk about the Dodgers?
Yeah.
That's because they were in a bullpen game. It was already preset to be a bullpen game.
Yeah.
It wasn't their starter. It was all their bullpen. So they literally threw their bullpen the whole time to get it just gives your starters a day of rest. That's a new thing ever since around COVID times. Because you can go 5-man rotation and then have 6 days of a bullpen day to give your starters an extra rest, or you can go 4-man and then the 5th day is a rotation. You get what I'm saying? They pretty much gave that game away last night, and that's what's frustrating. I don't like bullpen games in the World Series. That's a little frustrating.
They've already given this one away too. I mean, it's 4-0 in the bottom of the second. Yankees got to run on first.
I think Flaherty just didn't have it tonight, but can't get momentum back. You can't do it because there's another game at Yankee Stadium tomorrow night, I believe.
Yeah. So, they had to.
Did anybody see what Aaron Rodgers is doing now? By the way, real quick, just to change the pace.
Oh no!
So
this is this will be. They're going to go back to because they're up. Dodgers are up 3-1. After tonight, they'll be up 3-2, and so they're going to go back to Los Angeles for the next couple games.
I think it's 2-3-2.
Yeah. Yep.
2-3-2. So they're going to play one more game.
Yeah. So
right? They'll play one more game at Yankee Stadium, right?
No, this is the last one.
Is this game 3 at Yankee Stadium?
Yeah, because this will be because the Dodgers are up 3-1 right now. So after tonight, they'll either win or it'll be 3-2.
I thought they won.
They'll be 5.
Yeah,
games.
You're right. Shit.
Yeah, there'll be 5 games, and so tomorrow night will be off, and they'll be back at Dodger Stadium.
That's fine. There's football on tomorrow. So did you hear the whole thing with Aaron Rodgers today? That his new thing is to, I think it was the punter or some punter that talked about his new fountain of youth. he's now he's taking cayenne pepper and mixing it with water, and it helps his body. Cayenne pepper.
Okay.
Yeah. This was a big discussion on the programs today, and we're like, where's this coming from? They're like, you're still 2-6, bro. You're still 2-6.
Yeah, he needs to retire, I think. Because who did they get to? Because the Jets have
Devontae Adams,
Hall, right? Yeah, they got Devontae Adams, and
the
then
Jets offensive line.
They've already got Breece Hall, right?
Oh yeah, Breece Hall's fine.
Yeah, so I they can't win games like that. Like it just.
Well, the part of the problem was the guy that was calling plays for him on offense was just. I mean, I have experience with him because his name's Nathaniel Hackett, and he was the offense, or he was the head coach of the Broncos for about 10 minutes. He was an offensive guy. He was the same guy that couldn't figure out how to run a play in 25 seconds with a play clock, so the fans had to count the play clock down every time.
Yeah.
But his play calling is terrible. Like Breece Hall wouldn't get a touch, and then they changed play callers, and all of a sudden Breece Hall's an animal again. Yeah. Breece Hall is he's one of the best running backs in football. I mean, don't get me wrong. But Breece Hall's not the problem. The offensive line still struggles to pass protect Rodgers. Mm-hmm. Rodgers is getting old, so he's not as mobility-wise is not there compared to what some of the younger guys are. He can still throw the football. Don't get me wrong. Did you see his halftime or right before half Hail Mary the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the guy still got it. You've got to get some protection. He's still missing throws. Remember, he missed a full season, too, last year. He played 2 snaps and snapped his Achilles or whatever it was. So it's going to take a little time. Mm-hmm. But I like him struggling. My Broncos are 5-3. We're going to lose our next 3 games. So I like the fact that we'll be sitting there at 6-7, knowing that there's some good teams behind us that are trash. Because after we get through those 3 games, we got a couple that we can win. But yeah, because our next 3 games as a Bronco fan, we are the Ravens in Baltimore, the Chiefs, and then we play Atlanta. I think Atlanta's winnable. We have a really good defense.
Yeah.
Our defense keeps us in football games. Bo Nix is starting to get it. So
yeah, he scored me an awful lot of points. Because I had a tough matchup in our fantasy league, and so I thought, you know what, I might as well just take a flyer on Bo Nix because they were playing the Panthers, and I'm like, okay,
had a good football game.
Yeah, I had a great game, and I had the second most points in our league this week, and I just happened to be playing the team that had the first,
of course,
or the highest amount of points this week, and so I've currently got the 4th highest point total in the league, and I'm 7th, and I just keep getting everybody's best shot every single week.
Yeah, I get it.
So
on Bo though, you can totally if you're a football fan that really pays attention, or you're a casual fan, it doesn't really matter. But if you're sitting there watching it, you can see though that the game is starting to slow down for him. It's starting to slow down. I really wish we would have spent some money on some playmakers, but we couldn't. I mean, we took that giant Russell Wilson cap hit. He goes to Pittsburgh, and now all of a sudden he is just stands up in clean pockets. And I mean,
he knows how to play football now. Dude,
I just want to kick him right in the face. Yeah. But it's okay because after this year, that cap hit kind of resets a little bit. We still take a cap hit, a decent one, but we're still sitting in top 10 in free cap money next year, so we can spend some money on some playmakers. But what we've done this year, I don't care. You can be a Chiefs fan and talk smack on me. I don't matter who we've played. But the fact that we're sitting here at 5-3 right now is impressive. It's impressive.
Yeah, because they don't have anybody.
We have Cortland Sutton. That's the only playmaker we've got. We don't have a tight end. Our tight end department. Our tight end room is bad. It's bad. Our defense is just so damn good. It's so good. We're going to put up some points.
I did pick up Cortland Sutton this week because I lost Stephon Diggs.
Well, he put up a good week this week.
Yeah, he's out for the year, and so I've got Bo Nix as my quarterback, and Wan'Dale Robinson and Cortland Sutton are my wide receivers. I do have Deebo Samuel in there, and Mike Evans is out for a couple weeks. That's the thing is Stephon Diggs is out. Mike Evans is out. Deebo Samuel's had a rough year. And so I've got an abundance of running backs, but wide receiver has been a problem.
And I like me some Deebo. I always have. Cortland just he's God, that dude pisses me off every week. There was one week where he got 0 targets. It was the week against the Saints. Like the damn Saints, the worst offensive line in football because they're so banged up. Like they were missing like 3 or 4 dudes off their offensive line, and he's got time to throw it. We're still not giving Cortland Sutton a look. Like, what are we doing here? But it's fine. I don't give a damn. I want to get on Facebook and I want to post, I love football. That's what I want to post every week. But unfortunately, these next 3 weeks, it's going to say, I hate football. And that's okay. I think if we can find a way to get one of the 3, I think, I'm not telling you we're going to make the playoffs, but I think we can at least be close. Because there's some good teams that were projected to be there that aren't going to be there. Like the Jets were some Super Bowl contenders at one point, but they have a great defense. Like everybody thought, like, man, the Jets. You come back, you get Devontae Adams. You're like, okay, well, Devontae Adams is now back with Aaron Rodgers. His team could be studly. You still don't have an offensive line. So, Chiefs are still, they're 7-0. I don't have their 7-0, but they're 7-0.
Refs.
We're not going to go that far.
Yeah.
We're not going to go that far. Have they had some favorable stuff that's gone their way late? Yes. They've had some favorable things.
Their defense is really good too, though. So
they do have a very good defense.
That's really what's winning the games for them.
They have not allowed a 100-yard they have not allowed a 100-yard rusher yet. I mean, Derrick Henry had 40-something. They're stopping the run. And when you stop the run, it makes a huge difference, especially when you play guys like Derrick Henry.
Well, this last game, 20 points is the most points that they've allowed in 5 or 6 weeks now. So
and the fact that they allow that to the Raiders, I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah. So that they can shut down everybody else, but the Raiders presented a problem.
Well, the only reason why I think the Chiefs might have a little fight with the Broncos is because we're still really good on defense, and Patrick Mahomes historically has struggled against the Broncos defense.
Yeah,
he's thrown more picks against that football team than he has in any team in the NFL. Justin Simmons isn't on that team anymore, so he doesn't have to worry. But we finally got some confidence back and finally beat them last year. It was with Russell, but if we don't run the football in that game, if we're not able to run the football at all, we will get smashed. And that's what they do is they stop the run. So
they've got DeAndre Hopkins now, and I think they're a little miffed that everybody's been talking so much shit on them and whatever else. And so they did have a better offensive game last week, but it wasn't anything special.
Hey, I'm just glad we we have one of our defensive guys on the defensive line. Actually, he's one of our edge rushers. He's got a sack in 6 games in a row. So that's pretty hot. We have the best corner in football too. So best corner in football helps a lot. Pat Surtain, oh yeah, dude's a monster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just makes plays all the time. But figure we win last week, but we're gonna hate football for the next few weeks. That's okay though.
Yeah,
that's okay. I love football in general. I just love to watch it.
I don't know. Jameis Winston beat the Ravens last week.
That was Jameis Winston. The team was pissed off. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Everybody said that Deshaun Watson should have sat a month ago.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's terrible. Unless he's going to a massage parlor, he's not happy.
Well, and how many of these quarterbacks that are getting like Baker Mayfield all of a sudden is a freaking monster? Jared Goff is having the Lions are nobody thought. I mean, we figured the Lions were going to be good, but I mean, Jared Goff is a freaking monster, and the Lions are just obliterating everybody right now. I mean, it's
the situation. It's the situation. It's coaching. I think a lot of it has to do with comfortability too. Like, what are we feeling here? Like, am I getting the support here that I'm getting here? Like, maybe Dan Campbell is just a better motivator, and he just gets this guy just gets in where he needs to be.
Yeah.
Baker has always had it, but he was in freaking Cleveland. It was Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, he went to the Rams and signed late as a backup and came into play, was dropping dimes. And the Buccaneers are like, yeah, I see you. Come down here. And Baker, I'll take Baker as my quarterback all day. I like Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Is he Patrick Mahomes? No, he's not Patrick Mahomes. Nobody's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels might be, but
yeah.
That Jaden Daniels is a stud. And if you go back and listen to some of our earlier shows, I said like pre-draft that he's the best quarterback in the draft. He's a stud.
I think that's going to make. I mean, the regular season is going to be what the regular season is, but I think the playoffs are going to be very interesting this year.
Oh yeah,
I think you're going to have a lot of interesting things happen, and I think you're going to have some younger people break out, and I'm not sure that the Chiefs are going to repeat again.
I'm telling you right now, you guys can ridicule me later. For those that watch this show, 2 hours and 58 minutes in, the Chiefs will not repeat.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. No, and they might make the Super Bowl. I think that's going to be a stretch, but the Lions are crazy.
The Lions are getting there. I think the Eagles are going to find a way to get hot, though. So just wait on that.
Yeah,
they're going to find a way to get hot.
They're still a good team, and I think that the Chiefs are going to be a tough out for everybody. But I'm not seeing the magic this year. I'm seeing the just barely scraping by and doing enough to get it done, which is in the regular season is one thing, but in the playoffs, it's not. You got
honestly, even with Stephon Diggs getting hurt and not announcing he's out for the year, I still am. Nico Collins is coming back for the Texans.
Houston.
But I'm telling you right now, do not sleep on CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
and the Texans. That team is going to be good.
Well, and see, that's the thing is you got so many of those. You've got him, and then you've got Washington, and then you got Tampa Bay, and you've got all these teams that are in the mix that are come playoff time. It's going to be very interesting.
Best part is though, everybody can talk shit on the Broncos all they want and say we haven't beat anybody. We went down to Tampa Bay when they were healthy, and we whooped that ass.
Yeah,
whooped that ass. Just saying. All right, it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to try and catch some of this and hope for our Dodgers catch a World Series comeback here.
Yep. Shohei is batting right now. He's got a runner on first, and there's 2 outs.
Here comes a 2-run shot.
Oh, boy, blew it right by him.
That's all right. Wasn't an out, was it?
No. It just it was a 98-mile-an-hour fastball or something.
Yeah, Garrett Cole's. That's the problem is now they've thrown Cole. Cole's done for the series. So,
yeah.
Sucks about being behind unless you're going to throw him on short rest. We'll see.
Yeah, he could probably go game 7.
Well, Yamamoto's going tomorrow for the Dodgers, I think, or Friday. So
yeah, that's going to be tough.
Turning my lights off, so it's going to get dark here, boys and girls.
Yeah.
We're going to hop up out of here.
Yep. I need to go get a snack, and
I need to go pee really bad.
Dog's outside. Outside puppies?
Yeah, I think it may be raining now, but I think it's kind of stopped. So
yeah, it stopped up here.
Appreciate it, everybody. Sorry we got into a lot of sports talk, but hey, bowling sucks.
yeah. There's not a whole lot to talk about right now, and it'll be another couple months before there's really anything to talk about, and we might figure something out. A couple weeks, I'll be back from the Tom Sue. We'll have the birthday stream. For Jonathan, I've got plenty of good stuff here to partake in. And so.
Sweet. Yeah. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Actually, back for birthday stream, right?
Yeah. Yep. That'll be it here in a couple weeks. So.
Okay. Be ready. I'll give away some Coolwick breakdown pair hoodies. 1 or 2 haven't decided how many. I want to figure out how I want to break it down. So we'll see what it looks like. So see you guys.
All right. Yep. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We will see you in a couple weeks.